Long ago in the great city of Baghdad, there lived a poor man named Sinbad the Porter. One day, tired and hungry, he sat down by a grand house and began to complain about his fate. The master of the house overheard him. It was Sinbad the Sailor, a wealthy and generous man. Sinbad the Sailor invited the porter inside and offered him food and drink. Then, to explain how he had earned his wealth, Sinbad began to tell the stories of his 7 great voyages across the Arabian Sea. First voyage. Young and curious, Sinbad boarded a merchant ship to explore the seas. After days at sea, they stopped at what seemed like an island, but it was actually the back of a giant sea creature. When it dove into the ocean, Sinbad was thrown into the sea and barely survived. He washed ashore on a real island and met the king, who welcomed him. Sinbad impressed the king and was made an official. Later, he found a ship sailing back to Baghdad and returned home, rich with gifts. Second voyage. Drawn again to adventure, Sinbad sailed once more. This time, he was stranded on an island full of giant snakes and enormous birds called rocks. He clung to the rock's leg and was carried to another strange land. There, he discovered diamonds and used meat to stick to them, a clever trick he learned from the locals. He escaped with riches and returned home safely. Third to 6 voyages. In each new voyage, Sinbad faced dangers and wonders, cannibals and man-eating giants, pirates and monsters, magical islands, whirlpools, and shipwrecks. He visited kingdoms filled with gold and treasures, but also lands cursed with danger. Each time, using his bravery, cleverness, and sometimes a little luck, Sinbad managed to survive, learn from his mistakes, and return wealthier than before. 7th and final voyage. On his last journey, Sinbad was sent on a royal mission. Along the way, he faced storms, strange creatures, and even found a valley of precious gems guarded by deadly serpents. But in the end, he completed his mission and returned to Baghdad, the successful ending. After his 7 voyages, Sinbad became a wise and generous man. He had seen the world's wonders and dangers, and had grown humble and thankful. He shared his fortune with others, especially with Sinbad the Porter, who became his friend.